What's up, BookTube? Welcome back. My name is Laura if you're new here, and today I'm talking about some books coming out in August. As per usual, I am just shocked and appalled that it is already August. Like, I hate this. I hate how fast this year is going. Yeah, it's just the passage of time consistently stresses me out. I don't like it. Moving on. So today is a pretty short one, actually. I only have 5 books to talk about today, as per usual, not including any sequels at all. Starting with the Monsters Rita Defy by Leslye Penelope, coming out on August 9th. And for this one, the tagline on Goodreads is, "A woman able to communicate with spirits must assemble a ragtag group to pull off a daring heist to save her community in this timely and dazzling historical fantasy that weaves together African-American folk magic, history, and romance." So that's really all that I have to know about this. That just sounds delightful. I've really been in the mood for historical fantasy recently, and like this one has been on my radar, so I am so looking forward to it. The cover is obviously beautiful as well, and so far from the ARCs, it has some really good ratings. It is currently at a 4.39 out of 61 ratings, so like that's pretty fucking good for the ARCs. So yeah, I can't wait for this one. Also on August 9th is These Fleeting Shadows by Kate Alice Marshall, and this one is being compared to The Haunting of Hill House meets Knives Out, so like yes, already yes, that is literally all that I have to know about this. I do not need more, just that comparison, and I'm already so here for this. It also kind of gives me Crimson Peak vibes. So from what I've gathered from the synopsis, a woman and her mother moved out of their family home and no longer speak to the entire family, but the main character has no idea why. But then her grandfather dies and leaves her an inheritance on the condition that she goes and spends a full year at their family home. So she gets there and there are a whole bunch of weird things happening. There's somebody like digging holes in the yard overnight that nobody knows who it is. The house is making her sick, and the house is built like a labyrinth as well too. So it sounds really creepy and so much fun. Totally see the comparisons here to Haunting of Hill House and Knives Out. I love like spooky house stories. They are my favorite kind of like horror books. Any kind of haunted house, and I'm so here for it. So I think this one is going to be right up my alley. And then on August 30th is Belladonna by Adalyn Grace. This is the author of All the Stars and Teeth, which I read a couple years ago, and I really enjoyed that series, or duology, whatever. It was such a fun book, and I love the author's writing style. So I'm hoping her next book is going to be just as good. And I'm kind of confused by the synopsis. I really have no clue what's happening here, but this one also takes place in a like creepy mansion type house. So again, already here for that. And I think the main character is an orphan who's been raised by like different relatives who are like really interested in her wealth, basically. I don't know if it's like an inheritance when she turns 18. I have no clue why she's so rich, but she's very rich apparently. She's staying with one of her relatives in their beautiful gothic mansion where they have these like wild parties and like all this cool stuff happening. But I think somebody dies and then their spirit comes back and is like haunting them. So the main character is trying to figure out how to help them and then ends up getting the help from Death himself. So like no clue if that is at all accurate, but that's just what I've gleaned from the synopsis on Goodreads. I'm a little confused by it, but like I like this author, so I'm going to give it a shot anyways. Like it sounds really fun, and again, creepy house, so yeah, I'm gonna read it. Also on August 30th is The Spear Cuts Through Water by Jimenez. And once again, I really have no idea what's going to be happening here. I just heard some really good things about it. The cover is beautiful and like the tagline sounds really cool. It says, "Two warriors shepherd an ancient god across a broken land to end the tyrannical reign of a royal family in this new epic fantasy from the author of The Vanished Birds." I genuinely like no clue what's going to happen in this book, but it is a epic high fantasy, which normally I struggle with, but I kind of want to try it just to see if I like it, because like this sounds so cool, and also it's queer too, so like obviously I want to read that. And then finally, one that so many of us are looking forward to, I've been seeing this book everywhere, but that is A Taste of Iron and Gold by Alexandra Rowland. This cover is everything. It is so beautiful, and once again, I have no clue what the plot of this one is, but it's a queer high fantasy, so like again, I'm gonna read it. And this one is a fantasy inspired by the Ottoman Empire. So yeah, I have like literally no idea what's gonna happen here. I've tried reading the synopsis, but like for some reason it's just not sticking. So I'm just gonna be lazy and not summarize that for you guys, but just enjoy this beautiful cover. Go look up the book. I've heard some really good things about it so far from the ARCs that have gone out. And again, the ratings are incredible so far from all the ARCs. Out of 235 ratings, it's currently at a 4.23 star rating on Goodreads. So apparently it's good and I can't wait to find out for myself. I've been looking forward to this book for so long and I'm really hoping that I'm going to love it despite having no clue what it's going to be about. But I have very, very high hopes for it. But those are all the books that I'm looking forward to coming out in August. Let me know down in the comments if you have any others that I may have missed. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!